In the bottom left we do have Cure. In the top left, top right, our Protoss player Clem. Already sending out a probe. Let's see, I haven't seen Clem's Protoss in this patch yet. Kinda interested what he brings to the table here. Maybe he has something fresh, something new. Maybe his Protoss is a little bit weaker than it used to be. But I don't think this matchup was too much affected. I guess the ghost change is pretty big though. Alright, so let's see what Kyo's gonna do here. Of course, I'm prompting for that factory first here. Into most likely expand later. He already pulled out of gas. We see 1 and 1, so he's maximizing for minerals at this point. This should also mean we're just gonna see a Cyclone, or maybe just even only Hellions, because he's going really low in the gas right now. Usually you see 2 and 1, which amounts to 1 geyser mining. This is not even a full geyser mining, so he's really gonna try to boost for that command center. And yeah, let's see. If he just makes an add-on right now and starts a marine, I wouldn't hate it. Okay, so this is gonna be the Hellion, yeah. That's what I was thinking. I would have liked to see a Cyclone, honestly, just because how good Clem is. But I don't hate it. Hellion is fine. He's gonna go the double Reaper, 3 Hellion most likely. Sorry, 3 Hellion double Reaper there. And then he will transition into something else. Okay, that's an interesting depot. It's not gonna make that in the front. Or in any, like, vision position. So this is not gonna be able to spot a Warp Prism come in. God, he shot the dog! Damn! Cure, the savage. After he killed the Adept, he shot the dog. So first Adept down. It's pretty good here for Cure. And maybe he has an opportunity. Remember, Protoss units are pretty scarce in the early game. He only has 1 gate on production. And he has like 1 Adept and a Stalker. He's repositioning the units right now. And he has a shield battery in the natural, but nothing in the main, so the Reapers might have an opportunity in the main. They're coming in. The Adept is gonna shade to the top. Reapers are gonna start shoot down the probes. We have the Hellions coming in. No! Cure! He's microing the Reapers while he should be microing the Hellions. Oh my god! He's back in, but he goes back out. The Reaper does die. He still kills 4 probes and only, quote-unquote, loses the Reapers. Let's have a quick check. He also gets some mining time, but that was the opportunity for the Hellions to shine. All the probes lined up beautifully. But Kyo rather wants to make his 3rd command center. There's a Cyclone behind this. Okay, I don't... Yeah, I like this. I like the Cyclone. I always want to see kind of a Cyclone defense against the Clem. Just because it's gonna be so flexible against this player, and it just gives you so much staying power here. The Marines can jump in the bunker whenever they want. Oh, they probably shouldn't have, but I guess he's still gonna get the Adept. Oh my god, that was the last shot. Now Hellions coming in again here, but already enough Stalkers. Even the Warpin just blocking this Cure, not really controlling this kind of weird thing to me, honestly, but not really like him. It doesn't look like that, you know, sharp as of yet in this set. And walling here with an engineering bay as well. I like this addition to the wall. I mean, even though it's a crucial upgrade, he still is lacking the tanks. He knows there's gonna be this Blink Stalker attack coming here. Charge already behind this. We do see 3 gates, I want to say. Yeah, so this is actually quite a powerful attack, but only 4 Stalkers. Needs to be careful. Then this is where the Cyclone can shine. So now he gets a lock-on on the Warp Prism. It's gonna push that back quite far. That means these Stalkers are gonna have a rough time. Oh my god! And that's a Clem for you, man. Can't believe it. We did used to need parting. We used to need parting for stuff like this. Now we have Clem and Hero. That's how you control your Protoss units. You get 1 volley off, then you walk a little bit into... You kind of bait them in, and then you blink over and get the second volley and just kill the frickin' Cyclone, and then all of the threat to the War Prism is gone. There's no Viking. And now he can just freely be aggressive here. He loses one Stalker to a tank, he loses another one to the Marines and the tank fire. So, of course, Clem likes to be overly aggressive as well with these Protoss units, kind of overestimating them at times. And Cure, again, not looking. I'm not sure what he's looking at, but not... I guess he was looking at the Observer, which he also doesn't kill. Oh my god, this is going like a... This is a disaster of a game for Cure already. I can't... Like, this doesn't sound like much, but it's a professional gamer, ladies and gentlemen. This person is a professional gamer. He makes money of playing games and beating other people in that. And this is not how you do that. If you're not sharp, if you're not concentrated, it's not how you beat someone like Clem. I cannot see this future here. Unless Cure kind of somehow gets it together again and starts a comeback here for himself in his sharpness. And I mean, now he wants to have the second scan, right? Usually this is where he scans most of the times. He doesn't have the energy. He doesn't want to drop the mule. There's a scan. Oh, he only stims 3 Marauders. That's really cool. Alright. So Clem is starting, Cure is starting to roam with an army here, and Clem is gonna go in with the War Prism now. He changed the 2 Stalkers for 2 Zealots, and if there was a tank, that would be great. Unfortunately, there's no tank, so he just has to kind of try to kill SUVs. He just gets one and gets out. It's kind of like he utilizes Marine drops, and it's very nice to see. Kind of, he's very efficient with these small drops. He doesn't really lose them. He just comes in, goes out, comes in, goes out, takes a little bit to, you know, takes a small piece and then just ramps up the efficiency. Now he comes back with the Zealots to flank this army. He kills the tanks. Now there's only Marine and Medivacs left. He's even gonna snipe the Medivacs here, the Marauders. It's really accurate with his focus fire. He doesn't really control the Zealots, I want to say that much. It was a little bit of an overzealous blink there though. He did not see the reinforcements come in, so that high ground kind of playing a nice role here. He does lose most of the Stalkers. I think we only have 3 left now. And I wonder how many he's gonna make. He's starting to just throw down more and more Zealots and Colossi, and I think we're gonna see maybe a couple of Stalkers die here in a little bit. And that means if he loses too many Stalkers, he's gonna have a rough time to kill the Medivacs. And there could be a way back into this game here for Cure. That's nice. That's what I want to see here. Viking defense with a missile turret here. Easy shutdown there on that War Prism, even though that probably was just a little bit of luck on the side here for Cure, because he probably made those to counteract the Colossi. I want to say still producing Vikings. That was a very, very solid defense. Cure is throwing down the 4th command center, and finally a change of pace here in the game. So you see Clem is starting to put up the 5th as well, but I think the Ghost Academy just finished up. He's going to throw down the 2nd starport. We're probably going to see some Ghosts march away very soon here into the field, and if he can get that transition going, that's going to be basically all he needs to do. He's gonna catch both of these Zealots, very nice for him. And if he can kind of snipe this base, this is a Nexus with effectively 200 HP. If you throw down a couple of EMPs and you just snipe the Nexus, well, it's gone. You need like 2 Ghosts and, I don't know, 4 Marines to snipe the Nexus within a couple of seconds. It's a little bit of an expensive task force, yeah, but you can just pull out with a Medivac again. If you go by, you know, with a unseen route. But I want to kind of say Cure's map vision is not really great. He did not put up any sensor turrets, he did not have any spotter marines. He still does catch the army, and he's not caught by the reinforcements, which is nice for him. I wonder where this base is gonna land. Does he want to take this area, or does he want to take the bottom center? You might just take... I don't think you're gonna take this one, it's just too far away. So for now, the commander is gonna be one of the Vikings here. There's a missile turret here to try to zone some observers, and can he get a repair on that? Can we get a repair on the man on fire here inside the turret? He's gonna burn down. He's gonna burn down. No repair, so he's gonna burn down. We do have the first few ghosts. They have their AMPs locked and loaded. There's only 100 damage, by the way. The turret did burn down. I'm so sad. And Clem behind is just expanding. He's just posturing. He's saying like, hey, I want to have your my army is here. Let's play some ping pong tennis. I don't know, table tennis, whatever you want to call it. And let's trade some blows. Oh god, what a disgusting disruptor. 10 kills. Oh. And now he can push in. He recognized it. I just killed 10. That's 15 supply with one hit. Now he's just gonna say like, your firepower is just not strong enough. So let's just try. And yeah, I mean Kyo still has enough, but it's very low HP. Oh, another good hit there on the disruptor, not as disgusting as the first one, but this is not looking great. The Vikings are not doing anything, finally landing here. Start to kill these mechanical units, but the Immortals and the Zealots and the Stalkers are just too strong. GG is gonna be called. Kyo does lose the first map. He didn't look sharp, I want to say. So if we have like a peak cure, a sharp cure, of course I feel like there should be a very good chance for him to just win against Clem. But it feels like also Clem is a little bit of the nemesis for cure. By the way, I've got popcorn. You should take you and get yourself some too. Popcorn is very nice. And then we go into the next one. Great. So Clem up 1-0 here. In this best of 5. And he looked very good. Let's go into the next map. It's gonna be Ruby Rock. I would share my popcorn, but it's a little bit difficult. Got Cure and we got Clem. Let's see how this map is gonna play out. Do I want to see the same opening again from Cure? Maybe. I feel like the opening was actually really good. He caught the first adept. Reduced the unit count to 2 from 3. He basically killed 30% of the army, right? And after that he goes in. He does well with the Reapers, but he kind of delays the Hellions for too long. And once he moves in with the Hellions, he just didn't control them correctly. He didn't control them at all, kind of. So he wasted a crucial shot, or maybe a couple shots, which could have killed like at least 3 drones or workers, I want to say, maybe 5, potentially 10. Sometimes 2 volleys is all you need. Now again, the double gas, the Reaper and the factory here. We're gonna see how many people he's gonna leave in gas. For now it's 2 and 1. So this might be a little bit of a different approach here, not the Reaper and Hellion opening. Okay, so 3 Reapers. And 2 Hellions, but this is quite different. We are gonna see a SUV pull here on this game, ladies and gentlemen, most likely. In the meantime, we have the Robo Defense here. Now, this looks like a very standard, the same thing that Clem played in the last game. 3 gateways, Blink, Robo for the War Prism, the Observers. Now, Kyo's gonna try to overwhelm Clem here. Oh my god, the Unkillable Adept. He just drains 50 energy off the shield battery with all of the damage. Kinda crazy. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a stim. We'll probably see combat shields as well. I wanna see there should be a NG bay for +1, but maybe not. And then we're just gonna get that pull with the SCVs on 2 bases. It's not too hard to scout, but is Clem gonna see this? He should be able to kind of sniff this out with the War Prism, but maybe the timing is just gonna work out for Cure here. What's he gonna make over here? Depot, okay. He's gonna really wants to complete that wall. He scouts for the 3rd base. Wants to snag that probe, but unfortunately it's gonna be guarded there. The Celestial Guard coming over for the high and mighty probe. Q pulling back a little bit too much there, maybe. Now we're gonna see 2 more Stalkers on the front line, and that 4 Stalker hit squad. If he could snipe Stim, that would be crazy. And I want to say for Q's mistake and for Clem's sake, the lower tech lab is Stim, but like the one that's kind of closer to the potential aggression point here. But yeah. I mean, you see that 3 barrack setup, and Clem's a Terran player, he knows exactly what's coming. Not sure what the Adept is doing here. But yeah, he immediately cancels. He cancels his Robo, he throws down extra gateways, he starts an Immortal, he's starting to harass this force, he wants to kind of prevent the SCVs from coming as well. Now the Hellion Reaper come back in. They're gonna kill the first probe. They're gonna shoot at the base. I'm not really sure how much that's gonna do, but you have them alive now. You want to keep them alive until your push is hitting. There's a second wave of reinforcements. He does not have any healing power with this. Oh, he's gonna try to corner this army. Maybe if this works. No, he just gets caught himself. 3 Reapers do die, so only a couple Hellions left here. Unfortunately, very unfortunately there. Would have been amazing to have the Reaper grenades with this army, because honestly, what's it to micro in this army? You siege up the tanks, you stimulate your guys, and then you throw a couple of grenades, right? Because you have them. Unfortunately, he does not have them anymore. The tanks are in siege, shutting away the base. And there's the Stim. Feels like the bio is very low in numbers, though. Is the firepower going to be enough here for Clem to pull through the defense? Oh, you lose the Observer there, but he kills all the tanks, so Cure, what are you gonna do, bro? He throws down, he has an engineering, but he throws down another barrack, so he did not pull SCVs with this, but this is not a long-term strategy. You cannot play bio without medivacs. There's no healing, there's no staying power in this. He's stimmed again, so just to get away, but to what? There's finally the first couple of medivacs join in the fray here. But the 3rd base is already done for Clem. He's gonna go into that Robo, and can you even stop this kind of seesawing here right now? There is 2 Immortals in this, there's a bunch of Marauders. They're gonna get so fastly killed off by those Immortals. And we did see Clem added 4 more gates. This is at 7 gates here right now. 3 + 4 is 7. There you go. We managed to get that counting done as well at the end of the year. And yeah, this just looks like a disaster for Q. And Q is gonna recognize it and say, alright, let's GG and go next. What a seesaw. It looked like Q almost had him. If he pulls the SCVs with us, I think he's fine, right? He kills him. Of course he's all in then, but like that's the moment. There's no AoE. You can't bring the SCVs. You can even maybe bring some, like get some back home. Okay. Jump next here in top left of Winter Madness Clem, and there's Cure, and he's going into the center. Wants to make barracks very much inside of Clem's face, but he knows he can't, because that's when Clem just pulls a probe and kills the ACV. So he kind of needs to have a good position for this barracks. Oh, it might just be the engineering bay block, we're gonna see here in a moment. But I feel like it's gonna be a barracks. It was a little bit too early for an engineering bay block. It's only gonna be one Rex. It's gonna be the Reaper just going into the main. I don't think he's gonna make 3. He could. We'll have to wait and see. Should make 1, probably 2. But before you hit the 3, usually the timing is already kind of gone. The Reapers don't really do that much damage anymore, but it keeps the units at home. The issue though is you get like, you basically letting him get a full scout. Double SCV. So he's gonna pull for factory and supply depot, he's gonna trap the probe. Brings back the SCV. And the Reaper, I mean, it's gonna be fast. Look at this. There's no shield battery yet as well. He went core before, sorry, next before core. Instantly gonna chrono boost that Stalker, because Stalker's gonna be a little bit more microable. Now, can he defend this with the probes alone? This is probe micro amazing. It looks like it is. It's crazy. He hasn't lost any probe yet. One is red, but this is the bait. Oh, he gets one. He gets one. But that might just all he gets. You can't really fight off a Stalker. If it would have been an Adept, you can kind of kill that with 2 Reapers. But the Stalker first kind of makes this impossible, so he's just gonna pull back. He's gonna get rid of the probe at home. He finishes the second Reaper. He could have even cancelled that one. But you're kind of getting thrown away a lot of firepower if you cancel that at this point. You can still make a bunker and put Reapers inside. It's still gonna hold the position for a while. And there we go. The Reaper's gonna finish off the probe. And finally that vision is gone, but of course Clem has seen everything, he knows everything. He even started this starport timing and position, so he knows it's not gonna be like a Hellion drop follow-up or something crazy like that. Well, it's a proxied. Kyo's kind of checking for the probe here, for the third base. He's looking for anything he can find. The Adept is just moving out, and yeah, Clem finally gets some vision on these Reapers. If he can get one, oh, he kind of bounces him in the wrong direction there. And then again, he will still get 2 probes, but he does not get a scout in the main. I mean, it's not a big secret, this is a Clem playing Protoss, so it's gonna blink. And Kyo's desperate to get this barracks back at home, start production, and there we go. So he's gonna just close his position onto his natural, to the flight path. It's just gonna be where it lands. And instantly starts up a Marine, interesting. He's not gonna go for the instant tech lab there. So he really is stuffed for some units. He has a medevac but nothing to put in, right? That's when you know. So he kills the Adept with the Widowmine. Unfortunately we didn't see that one, I'm sorry. So that's nice, he gets some vision off the table here from Clem's perspective. And now that medevac is kind of going through the big dark unknown. Oh, I was a little bit too far ahead. And Clem, we won't really see this until it really hits, but there's nothing alongside this, and he knows the timings. He saw the starport, so he knows there's a drop coming or something coming. It could be, of course, a Liberator. It could be weirdly enough a Viking, but that's never gonna happen. Did that Stalker die? did he lose that? I think he lost that. I think he lost it, but he picked up the carcass or something. Like, that was also kind of funny. So he loses 2 stalkers. I think he just... That was weird. He should have dodged the rocket, but the rocket kind of flew with the stalk. It followed through the blink. That looked very, very weird. So, okay, so far we've got kind of the RNG universe trying to help Cure here in this game. Can he finally win a set against, or a game against Clem here in this best of 5? With the universe kind of trying, the gods of RNG and weird bugs trying to favor here our Terran player. Can he make something happen with this? Double tank setup here. Unfortunately not ready for the show. Oh god, he just sieges and unsieges at the same time, so he just eats a little bit of damage there. That could have been easily 2 stalkers down. If he has those sieged up in position. Both tanks fire, boom. I don't think there's anything inside this. Does he have any widow mines left? No, there's no widow mine left. He just has the medivac there. So he kept on taps on the probe production, I guess, for the 3rd base. I wanted to see if that's gonna saturate, how far is that along, stuff like that. Throws down his own 3rd. But it looks like we're gonna go into a little bit more of a macro game here, at least approach. There should be the engineering base, I guess 1, yeah. He's just gonna go with the 1 NG base style for now. Well, this could be faster ghosts. Still have to wait and see. I wonder what this medevac is kind of... It's blocked in by pylons. I mean, this is not really anything that's gonna kill you, right? If you fly over it. He can move that away if he wants to. He decides to keep it there for now. Colossus on the way though. +1 on the way this time. I don't think we have seen any upgrades from Clem yet. Colossus range on the way, beautiful Atos pylon over here as well. Clem with a hallucinated war prism. Where's he gonna throw that bait? Okay, so medevac is coming out. Finally, it scouted the 4th base as well. There's the army from Clem, kind of weird with that fake prism and the actual prism. There's a small counterattack from some zealots. The probe is running away from the army from Cure here. What is Cure's goal? So Cure wants to finish off that 4th base. He's gonna see that prism. I hope he doesn't commit any resources to try and snipe that one. This is fake. And there's the full-on engage. Can he make it happen here against this army from Clem? The answer is yes for now. Certainly he does. If he could snipe that Colossus there from the high ground, it's kind of separated. He needs to acknowledge that, recognize that. Ah, nice pick up there. Nice last-second save there from Clem. If Cure sees that and decides, let's go and push that Colossi, man, it's gonna be no. Oh my god, how much health? 1 HP? Are you kidding me? The Colossus with 1 HP, no Marine here, so no instant connection in that army until it gets reinforced. Where's the Ghost Academy, by the way? I think you forgot that one. It's gonna be an armory and the 2nd NG bay, but the Ghost Academy should have already been finished up here in this build. The first couple 3 ghosts on the way there. Cure is just pulling back. What a frickin' this Colossus, man. So this Colossus is gonna be 101 HP. If it gets EMP'd once, it's gonna be at 1 HP again. So an EMP and I don't know, a strong wind are basically gonna kill that Colossi. That's a nice mine connection there, and Cure immediately capitalizing on that is gonna snag 1 additional Stalker there. 1 HP, all you need to deal the full damage, indeed. I mean, the unit wouldn't be really good if it would scale with like, you know, as 1 HP, so it's like an, I don't know, 1% of its health, or even less. If the damage will also scale down to that percentage and the movement speed, it would be like utter trash, right? One HP, all you need. You see the Forest of Pylons. This is a creator syndrome, and the one Arthos' pylon to power the actual gateways. This is where you see that Clem is actually an amateur Protoss and not a real Protoss. He's a Terran. There's finally the Ghost Academy. I want to say the tempo is really off here for Cure though. He does not have a 4th finished up yet. It's about to finish soon-ish. But look at what Clem is doing. Base number 6, base number 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's so many. And he's adding more infrastructure. He's roaming the map. He's getting into disruptors right now. He's getting his 3-2 upgrades. He's poking in, trading a few of his gateway units and then going out again while he keeps his Colossus safe and sound. He has 4 Colossi, that's all he kind of needs and wants. And we secure needs to make Vikings against this, but you need so many Vikings even against 4 Colossi. Like you can, it feels like you can never have enough Vikings as a Terran and then you just get killed by the Stalkers. Because until you land, things are just not working out for you. Now that's some nice Marauder against Stalkers is always something you love to see as a Terran player here. Clem taking a rich Vespine Geyser base and taking another base. So base number 7 and 8 are going to be set up here. It takes 6 more gateways, another Robo, I think that's number 3, a Dark Shrine, because why not? The only thing he's missing is the Templar Archives, interestingly enough. He really refused to make the tech so far in the series. And I mean, why would you? But why would you even make it? He is so strong on the map right now. He has a bunch of Colossi and Disruptors, so double AoE here for him. Should usually be enough. He's like walking through this kind of block of minerals there, man. Crazy. And there come the Vikings though. If you can kind of kill these Colossi before the actual fight really goes, you can kind of, this is so many Vikings, you can kind of just go and chase that army only with the Vikings. Just have like, I don't know, 3 or 4 Marauders chase to fight off the Stalkers. Look at that. And Clem, by the way, he's like, alright, I have a second Prism, I have Zealots, let's kill your natural. And he kills all of the, oh my god! Ugh! He kills all of the, SCVs there and then, whoa! That's so cool. He tried to land there on that high ground, basically, shooting from the top. Reinforcements still haven't dealt with the Zealots, finally, but this base is in shambles here. He still has the crucial infrastructure, so he's gonna be able to keep on producing, but I mean, look at what Cure did behind this. He had a good army trade, yeah, okay. He had a bad, actually, counterattack defense. He did take a 4th base, he has that set up, where we are not fighting right now, which is unfortunately, but the Vikings should be able to turn the tides here if he does not lose them to Disruption Nova, and that is indeed the case, so he can kind of, seesaw this back here in the direction of his own favor. Does not want to run into these Disruption Novas though, but he did not send anything out here. He did not send anything out here. No Liberators, no Marine, like 3 Marines sometimes all you need to kill a full base from an opponent, you know. He just doesn't need to look. I mean, if he whops in 1 Zealot, of course the defense is already done, or 1 Dark Templar. But yeah. That's so crazy, and I mean, it's Clem, so he wants more bases, of course. He's just walking into the natural. It's like, hey man, what's up? What's up? So dodges 2 Disruption Novas there. I mean, the Ghost got hit by 1, but he didn't die. That was pretty good by Cure, but yeah, he pushes that back. But Clem's like, what's up, man? Let's check in. You see how Clem is playing this. If you take a look at the resources lost, oh, it's actually quite even, but he's completely investing over and over and over again. He's He's just buying more and more stuff. He doesn't really peak up to too much money. I mean, 14 zealots at a time right now, but yeah, Kyo is already overwhelmed. Crazy, this guy. Just crazy. That was a beautiful game though, I want to say. That was really good. I think Kyo also did not make too many mistakes in that one. There were like a few things where you can go like afterwards, right? It's like, yeah, okay, you could have done that better and that differently and stuff like that. But Kyo did play a good game, I want to say. But that's kind of his bane, his boon. Kyo is probably the player that looks the best that doesn't win. He looks really, really good, but he just can't win for some reason.